Welcome to Little English Studio, where history's greatest stories come to life in clear, simple English. Whether you're learning the language or simply love a good story, our channel brings you inspiring lives, epic events, and unforgettable moments, one story at a time. Charles Spencer Chaplin was born on April 16, 1889, in London, England, into a world of music halls and vaudeville, but also into poverty and instability. His parents, Charles Chaplin Sr. and Hannah Chaplin, were both entertainers, but their marriage soon collapsed. Chaplin's father, a singer, struggled with alcoholism and was absent for much of his childhood. His mother, a talented actress and singer, suffered from mental illness and spent time in institutions. This left young Charlie and his half-brother, Sidney, to fend for themselves in London's poorest districts. At the age of 7, Charlie was sent to a workhouse, a harsh institution for the destitute, where he experienced firsthand the cruelty of poverty. Yet, amid this hardship, he discovered something precious: a love for performance. Chaplin's early break came when he joined a troupe of child entertainers known as the 8 Lancashire Lads. His natural gift for comedy and physical expression set him apart. By his teens, he was acting in stage plays, including a touring production of Sherlock Holmes, where he played the page boy, Billy. In 1908, Chaplin joined the Fred Karno Comedy Company, a major turning point. Karno's troupe specialized in pantomime and slapstick, the very skills that would define Chaplin's career. It was here that Chaplin honed his ability to tell stories without words, using only gestures, expressions, and timing. By 1910, the troupe toured North America, and Chaplin's charm caught the attention of film producers. The stage was about to give way to the silver screen. In 1913, Chaplin signed with Keystone Studios in Hollywood, working under comedy producer Max Sennett. It was here that Chaplin first donned the costume that would make him a legend: a bowler hat, a tight coat, oversized trousers, large shoes, a cane, and of course the toothbrush mustache. The character became known as the Tramp, a lovable, bumbling figure with the dignity of a gentleman despite his poverty. Audiences adored him instantly. Chaplin wasn't just funny, he was relatable. By 1915, working with S&A Studios, Chaplin began writing and directing his own films. His slapstick evolved into stories with heart, blending humor and pathos in a way that few had ever done before. Chaplin's fame soared. He signed with First National Pictures, gaining creative control over his work. Films like A Dog's Life, 1918, and Shoulder Arms, 1918, combined comedy with social commentary, offering light in dark times, particularly during World War I. In 1919, Chaplin co-founded United Artists alongside Mary Pickford, Douglas Fairbanks, and D.W. Griffith. This allowed him unprecedented freedom to produce, direct, and distribute his own films. For Chaplin, creative independence was non-negotiable. In 1921, Chaplin released The Kid, starring himself alongside child actor Jackie Coogan. The film was a landmark, both hilarious and deeply moving. It reflected Chaplin's own experiences of abandonment and hardship. Next came The Gold Rush, 1925, a comic take on the Klondike Gold Rush, and then City Lights, 1931, which many critics still consider his greatest work. City Lights told the story of the tramp's love for a blind flower girl, mixing slapstick comedy with one of cinema's most emotional endings. The advent of sound films talkies in the late 1920s threatened Chaplin's silent art form. But rather than rush to adapt, Chaplin resisted. His first sound-era masterpiece, Modern Times, 1936, was mostly silent, using sound effects sparingly. It was a biting satire on industrialization, portraying the tramp as a cog in the machine of modern life. Finally, in 1940, Chaplin fully embraced dialogue with the Great Dictator. In it, he played both a Jewish barber and a fascist dictator, an unmistakable parody of Adolf Hitler. The film's final speech, a passionate plea for peace and humanity, remains one of cinema's most famous monologues. Despite his worldwide fame, Chaplin's personal life and political views drew controversy. His relationships, often with younger women, were tabloid fodder. His outspoken support for social causes and refusal to adopt American citizenship fueled suspicion during the anti-communist hysteria of the McCarthy era. In 1952, while traveling to London for a film premiere, Chaplin learned that his U.S. re-entry permit had been revoked. Effectively exiled, he settled in Switzerland with his wife, Una O'Neill, and their growing family. From Switzerland, Chaplin continued making films, including Limelight, 1952, a poignant story of an aging clown, perhaps his most personal work. In 1972, after 20 years away, Chaplin returned to the United States to receive an honorary Academy Award. The audience gave him a 12-minute standing ovation, the longest in Oscar history. Chaplin spent his last years at his estate, Manoir de Ban, in Corsia-sur-Vevey, Switzerland, surrounded by family. He wrote, composed music, and enjoyed a quieter life away from the spotlight. He passed away peacefully in his sleep on Christmas Day, 1977, at the age of 88. Charlie Chaplin's genius lay in his ability to speak without words, to make audiences laugh, cry, and think through the universal language of movement and emotion. From poverty in London's slums to becoming one of the most influential figures in cinema history, his journey is a testament to creativity, resilience, and the power of art to unite people. Charlie Chaplin's silent voice still speaks to the heart, reminding us that laughter can be the most powerful language of all.